What's up, y'all? A little late, but I'm here. Should go wild and to retire. Mm, yeah. Wait for some people to get in here. Yeah, this nigga Wilder gotta go. You need to see that nigga no more. And we got in here. Bro. See, we got a couple people in here. Any of y'all saw that Wilder and Trezor shit earlier? The bad Jones, too sloppy old motherfucker. But I respect they name can still get them money though. Anyway, they finally put the betting odds out for Boost Ennis and Xander Zayas. A lot of people think the fight gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a competitive fight, but the bookies, they don't got it as close as a lot of the public got it. They got Boost as a minus 430 favorite. Anybody know anything about betting? A minus, he said respectfully, that fight look like Uncut the Barbecue. No, yeah, no bullshit. Two old motherfuckers. But yeah, anybody know anything about betting though? A minus 430, that's a heavy favorite. So I'm hearing a lot of people saying they think it's a 50-50 fight. Vegas don't seem to think it's a 50-50 fight. And they got Boost to stop him at a minus 140. So that's the favorite outcome. To me, I think he gonna stop him between 8 and 10 for sure. I think there's no way that he make it to 12. No way at all that he make it to 12. But yeah, he said it's time for Wilder to hang it up. It's definitely time for Wilder to hang it up. I saw AJ was there at the fight. I was hoping he ain't hop in the ring and try to challenge him and shit. I'm like, it's no point. Niggas still hoping that Deontay Wilder gonna magically look good again. That shit, that they gotta get that shit up. They gotta get that shit up. I mean, even when he was kicked, to me, he ain't really look that good. He not skilled. He just got a hell of a right hand. And he don't even throw that shit to save no more. No, real right. That's exactly how AJ looked at him. And Pete, soon as the fight was over, he just dipped off. He like, nah, I'm out. They did say AJ looking for a tune-up though. That's what the fuck Wilder would be at this point, a tune-up. That fight long past the expiration date. They would just be doing that shit just to do it. Yo, why my shit crazy? Anyway. My bad, y'all. Being quiet and shit. Trying to read through these fucking articles. Ring magazine and shit. Checking a couple things. No, I got Rolly. No, I got Rolly and Dev in the title too. I'm hoping that fight happen. I'm hearing people talk about if Dev don't get that fight, he gonna fight Pacquiao. I personally don't want to see that shit. That seemed like something that's right up Bill and Dev Ali though. It's a big name. That shit gonna look good on box rec. But beyond that, I don't think that's a good joint at all. Moses Atama. Fuck. My bad, y'all. Shit crazy. They just had somebody fight for an interim middleweight belt earlier. They letting Janet back hold on to that WBO belt instead of stripping his ass. The IBF then took his shit, but the WBO still letting him hold his belt. Instead of just letting them fight for the full belt the day they made a fucking interim. It's already too many belts. This shit crazy. Yeah, I feel like they definitely should have stripped him. I feel like they definitely should have stripped him. I don't know what they waiting on. I feel like it's a waste of time. You gave him a 15-month ban. So you just cool with that what's going on, brother? So you just cool with the WBO title at 160 just not being defended for over a year. So that mean no matter what the fighters that's ranked in that sanctioning body do. Can't none of them get a title shot for at least a year. That's crazy. Just relieve him of the belt. For real, he don't need to be at 160 anyway. He damn near couldn't make the weight. He done passed out and shit. So 168 is where he need to be anyway. And there's a couple names that was at 160 with him that just moved up to 168. So he got smoked. You know what I'm saying? People that he could have fought at this current division. So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying, it's that big of a difference. He could still go up there and fight Carlos Adames, because Adames was saying that he moving up, even though he ain't formally vacated the title yet. He said he moving up. And you got Hamza Shiraz that was down there at 160. So, I mean, it's definitely work. When we go up there and beat up Edgar Berlanga or some shit like that. And then they talking about Ryan versus Teo. I don't really know if that's a fight I'm interested in seeing, but I got Teo though by decision. Off the top of my head, anyway. I probably had to do a little film study, but right off the top of my head, my initial thought is Teo will beat Ryan. I'm just not high on Ryan at all. I know a lot of people fuck with him because he got the left hook and all that other cool shit, but I personally think he trash. Yeah, I think that nigga garbage. I respect him finally getting a chip though. Took him long enough. He did better than Virgil for sure. Virgil in this third division still ain't even full for a chip besides the interim. No, that make perfect sense though. No, that make perfect sense. I ain't really a big fan of either. I used to like T.O. more in his early years before he won them titles off Loma and started tripping. T.O. was all right, but since then, no. Ever since his girl start, ever since his girl start stepping out on him, he been tripping. He ain't been the same since. He been wilding. Yeah, wild bull. He's still talented though. And he said he keeping his pop as a coach. I don't know personally if that's the best thing, but more power to him though. How y'all feel about Boots and Xander though? How y'all who y'all think gonna win? I personally got Boots stopping between 8 to 10. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He need to get rid of his pop. You see, Brian Norman Jr. was smart enough to get rid of his pop when it wasn't working. I think Tio, I don't know. He probably scared to get rid of his pop. That's like I think Kid Schofield would be scared to get rid of his pop. I don't know what it is. You said 7 through 10. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely gonna basically be the bet I'm placing. I'm gonna bet 1 through 6. You know what I'm saying as the alternate round bet. You know what I'm saying 1 through 6. Then I'm gonna bet the 7 through 9 because that's they let you do those rounds too. And then I'm gonna bet round 10 straight. One of them joints gonna hit. So between 9 and 12, may get caught early, then recover. Possibly. Somebody said that to me earlier. It was like, what if Xander catch Boots with a shot? I'm like, hey, I'm saying it's boxing, it's possible, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Xander ain't really punching like that. At least that's what his resume, you know what I'm saying, what his record suggests. Now you can't overstate that and just overlook it and assume that, you know what I'm saying, just because his record don't got a bunch of knockouts on it that he can't punch. But I don't think he gonna catch Boots with no shit that's gonna really wobble him or nothing like that. And Xander, he kind of fast, but he not faster than Boots. And Boots got crazy ass reflexes, so I don't see that happening. But I mean, hey, I just want to know what the undercard gonna look like. I was hoping they was gonna put Oshaki Foster and Raymond Ford on the card, but now I'm hearing that's gonna be its own main event for its own card. So yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Boost activity gonna be too much. Them stabs to the body, yeah, for sure, for sure. And that's the type of shit I want to see from Boots. Just slow Xander down, because we already know the only thing they could possibly try to employ to maybe beat him or give him some kind of problem is the footwork. They gonna rely on that. Everybody know they gonna rely on that. So what you do? Stop him from moving. Don't worry about up top as much. Worry about downstairs. I'm saying once you get to that body, it's gonna slow the legs down. As long as Boots don't go out there trying to rush the process, it's gonna be destruction. It's gonna be systematic breakdown. I don't see it no other way. And I like Xander. He's my second favorite, 154. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bad situation for him. Definitely not making it to 12. Definitely not making it to 12. But yeah, I hope once Boots get past that, I hope he get that Josh Kelly fight. Hopefully that can get done by the end of the year. Josh Kelly supposed to be coming back in July, and they talking about him and Fundora, but that fight not gonna happen. I doubt. They said they in preliminary talks. All that basically means is that somebody made a phone call and the person on the other end answered the call. That's basically all that means. I doubt that happened. That would be dumb for Eddie. Go let Fundora punch on Josh Kelly and take that title when you still got Boots over there that you can make a three-belt unification with in-house. It don't even make sense to make that fight. It sound good though. That possibly be the dumbest shit you could do. But I wonder who they would put on the Boots card. Probably prelim shit, probably like Zaquin Moses, a couple of Boots fighters or some shit like that. I'm hearing Emiliano Vargas for the card. They were saying Emiliano Vargas versus Cambosis. I mean, that'd be good. If Emiliano can't get past Cambosis at this point, he probably ain't gonna be a champ no time soon anyway. So might as well throw him in there with him. Get a good former champ on his resume. Makes sense. Just for Hitchens not too long ago. So he just was in the championship mix. So I mean, I think that makes sense. And Xander, after he lose them belts to Boost, he can just go on up to 160. There's fights for him up there. He can go fight Jesus Ramos. Actually, that'd probably be a fight that they can marinate in 160. They don't need to fight right away. I want to see how they gonna carry this shit once Adamas formally dropped his title though. Is they gonna upgrade Jesus Ramos to full champ since he got the interim, or they gonna make him fight for it? Cause you know they be selective with that shit. Some people they just upgrade him like it ain't shit. Other people know you gotta fight for yours. Like the boy Jadier Herrera down there at lightweight. He got a WBC interim. They just playing with cuz all the way around. He had the fight scheduled for the WBC interim. Then when Cool Boy missed weight, they took the WBC interim off his fight and put it on the Oshaki and Cool Boy fight. Then Oshaki won it and dropped it. Then they put it back on the line for his fight. Then he won it. And now they got Lamont Roach and Zepeda fighting for the full title instead of elevating bull. So I want to see how they gonna carry it once Carlos Adames move up. Is they gonna just upgrade Ramos or is they gonna make him fight for it? But that would be a hell of a fight for Xander once he move up. And Janet back, like I said, I think he can't really make 160 now. So by the time that suspension over, he might as well go to 168. So that WBO would be floating around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's some interesting shit for Xander to do after the Boost fight. Because I don't see him winning. They said Ben Whitaker gonna be on the card. I've been trying to think who the hell could he fight. Then I figured probably the boy Gavazdik that fought Benavidez because I think wherever he from, they got a crazy population in New York. So I think that makes sense. Put him on there. Common opponent with who he fought. Better BF and Benavidez. I think that's a good name. And it'd be a good rumble. Somebody sturdy. Somebody you can punch on him a couple times and they ain't gonna go nowhere. You don't want to give him nothing too soft. You know what I'm saying? It is gonna be his US debut. And he do be styling on motherfuckers. So maybe you do want to give him somebody he could cook a little bit, but not like somebody he can, you know what I'm saying, overdo it. Give Ben Whitaker somebody nice, solid opponent. Because they ain't gonna give him nobody like Khalil Cole, even though that would be nice. But who the fuck knows if he could even make weight? But if he could, in the perfect world, if we knew that motherfucker could make weight, that would be a perfect opponent for Ben Whitaker. First US fight over in New York. But hey, contract that motherfucker for 175, he show up at 185 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Hart, I don't know. That would be cool for Jesse since they robbed him last time, but they ain't gonna give Jesse and G that. Last time they almost fucked up the money. So they ain't giving them niggas no opportunities. But Eddie needs this Boost versus Xander win. Every time Eddie go up against somebody else company, that nigga lose. Nigga just lost twice the top rank. He lost to Navarrete and Sugar Nunez, John. And he lost to Andy Cruz and Moritaya, John. Frank Warren cooked his ass in the 5v5. He needs somebody to put points on the board against another promotional company. Boost is the perfect person. So I'm glad he finally gonna get it done because Eddie track record be looking crazy as hell when you look at it versus the comp. That's why promoters always be talking that in-house shit. They said, fuck, at least if you gonna lose, at least you gonna lose the one of mine. You gonna lose to somebody else. Fuck up the whole situation. think the first press conference supposed to be Wednesday. Tickets supposed to drop. I gotta make sure I grab my tickets. My nigga EH promoting like a motherfucker earlier when I was live. Let everybody know when and where they can get the boost ticket. I think Barclays is gonna be crazy. I know a lot of Philly talking about going down there. Oh damn, I forgot Tszyu was even fighting. That's crazy. And Tszyu went. I forgot he was even rumbling. That's crazy. Remember they was trying to push him like a monster. Damn, they forgot. You know what I'm saying? I remember Wilder. Forgot all about Tszyu though. That's a damn shame. But Tszyu been trash though. I knew he was gonna be damn near done after the Bachman fight. He ain't know what the fuck. He ain't know where he was at after that first knockdown. He was on autopilot the rest of the fight. Oh yeah, Spence was gonna cook him anyway. Spence was gonna cook him anyway. Spence was gonna fry a boy anyway. So I ain't surprised. But yeah, if you can't get it done against this level of competition, you don't need to be getting in there against the top echelon of 154. You don't need to see Fundora again. You don't need to see Boots. You probably need to stay away from Josh Kelly. He might knock you the fuck out now too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Tim Zoo. He still got a name. You know what I'm saying? He has the Zoo last name. So that carries weight because of his father. But then he has a name in his own right out there. He can still go do little fights at the crib and make some money. The government out there fuck with him. I'm saying they like him like they like Cambosis and shit. So he'll be all right. But he need to lead the top echelon of 154 alone for he fucking around and get himself hurt. Based off what y'all saying. That shit crazy. Oh, yeah, you said he said that's on Prime. Hold on, let me see something. Tim Zoo bum ass. Damn, Tim. I remember they was saying he could beat Charlo. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all seeing? Now people seeing what I saw. He ain't that goddamn good. They was really saying boy could beat Charlo. And niggas be calling people email champ. I ain't never heard nobody call Zoo an email champ. But that nigga meet the qualifications though. He ain't be Charlo for that shit. But you know how that go though. Yeah, I see Tim. Trav, what's up, bro? What's the word? I'm sitting here watching this damn Tim Zoo fight now. I forgot he was even fighting, Trav. This shit was crazy. I'm just saying they used to try to tell us he was the shit. I forgot boy was even fighting, even though it's a tune-up. I think Errol gonna cook this motherfucker. But then again, I ain't seen Arrow either, so I can't be talking too crazy. Tim Zoo, that body work. Tim Zoo trying to rule shots and shit. I see you, Timmy. Referee got a big ass stop sign on his back. Y'all see that shit? What the fuck? What Australia got going on? Nah, real shit, Trav. I ain't gonna call him a bum, but you know what I'm saying? They was trying to make him seem like he was that bull. He was one of them people. They ain't give you no choice. They told you to think that he was good. That's what it was. Everybody just went with it. They're like, yeah, this Costa Zoo son. He's such and such. Yeah, so what? Man, I don't give a fuck whose son he was or whose son he is. Tim Zoo was never as good as people try to make him seem. I don't give a fuck who your pop is. Niggas see that shit don't matter. Look at Bronny James. Yeah, it's the namesake, but fuck the namesake. Look at Bronny James. It don't matter who your pop is, nigga. They said he landed on 41%. Boy landed 26%. So he definitely gonna walk to a win. And they ain't gonna give him no hell if he don't stop boy neither. And that be a black fighter. They be on his ass if he don't stop him. But shout out Tim Tszyu for getting back though. Even though fight ain't over. Tim let him uppercuts. All right, Tim, I see you. Start putting the combos together. He treated nigga like a bag drill the way he put that shit together. Ain't nothing too crazy, but boy just standing there for all that shit. You know, I said Tim looked shot. Tim looked like he always looked at me. To be honest with you, he don't look no different. Y'all feel like he look like he losing the step. He look exactly the same. I always felt like Tim do look just like this. Why the fuck do they got a stop sign on the back of the ref shirt though? Why do the ref need a message on the back of his shirt? Put that shit together, Tim. Tim still only be worrying about offense. He be getting caught with shit. Yo, them uppercuts. Look, but Tim keep getting caught with that right hand. Damn, Tim repeatedly though, bro. So we need height limits in boxing. What would be all right? What would be the height limit for 154, Trav? Let me know. Like I said, we need height limits in boxing. Tommy Hearns was 6'1" at welterweight. So you know what I'm saying? What's the height limit, Trav? Let me know, bro. You said that nigga, you said fuck weight. He had heavyweight height. Clip he done sized out this motherfucker. You said 6'2"? Nigga, we got a 6'2" nigga about to fight Andy Cruz, and he at 135. Albert Bell like 6'2". He about to fight. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that fight for Andy Cruz, neither. I don't like that shit. I think that's a bad fight for Andy, personally. You said 6'2". Damn, Trav. mean, he is the only motherfucker at 154 over like 6 foot for real, for real. Like of the top echelon of people anyway. How you feel about the young boy, Yoenis Tejas? Trey, you saw him last week against Brian Mendoza. True, true. He said he should be forced to move up. Hey, I know he a cheat code, Trey. But hey, I always say if you can make the weight, you can make the weight. I say that for everybody else. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't flip flop. I gotta say it for Fundora too. He is a big motherfucker. Like I said, he a cheat code. He the type when you used to go over a motherfucker house and play the game, you know what I'm saying? And you pick somebody who nice, but he picked this dumbass creative player, tall as shit, long ass reach, stats max the fuck out. That's Sebastian Fundora. That nigga's the cheat code, bro. But he make the weight, bro. He make the weight, bro. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Put that shit together, Tim. Tim's defense is ass, yo. I can't hold you. His defense is ass. He don't need to see Xander. He don't need to see Boots. Who the fuck else up there? Bro, he might not need to see Yoenis Tails. He might not need to see none of them niggas. Tim, get you another one of these and see what you know what I'm saying? Cause if this is a rush to you, all right, maybe I give you a pass, Tim. But I need this. And he supposed to fight Errol Spence next. I don't want this nigga to look sloppy against Spence. But then again, like I said, once again, we don't know what the fuck Spence gonna look like. Man, they taking a point from Kaz. Fuck you do? Trash said, I need to be forced to move up. Clip, fuck all that. We need height requirements. No, he said not height requirements. Excuse me, height restrictions. He said we need height restrictions on this shit. Clip. Definitely. He never was scared. And I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Tim Tszyu, because I salute the brother. You know what I'm saying? Made it to be world champ. You know what I'm saying? Did his thing. But skills, no, I never saw skills from Tim Tszyu. Never saw skills from Tim Tszyu. And I saw they picked his competition, you know what I'm saying? Very wisely. Same shit they do with Fundora. That's why as much as a monster as Fundora look like, which he is, it's not to the level people think. Same shit with Bachman. They thought it was something that it wasn't. Josh Kelly showed. It ain't what y'all think. Like, yeah, it can get like that for some people. Like, it got like that for Tim Tszyu, but that's because Tim Tszyu ran into all that shit. Like, there's ways to beat these niggas. It's just about getting it done. His body shot Tim Tszyu. Tim gonna have scar tissue all over. He the type that look like his skin rip easy too. He said, for instance, Greg should be able to fight a heavyweight or cruiserweight. He should be able, but he should be matched with fighters in his height limit. All right, I can dig it. I can dig it. But man, I said, fuck that. We matching these niggas up by size. He said, this shit ain't fair. One thing Spence got coming into this fight with Tim Tszyu is the element of surprise. We don't know what the fuck he gonna look like. I don't know if he stopped Tim Tszyu, but I'm gonna definitely be looking at Spence on the money line. That's where the money going for me. Earlier, I was on live with my man Tego. I sniped the Wilder decision, a live Wilder decision plus 800. That was a good snipe. Boots versus Fandora scared me. It scare you, bro? It don't scare me, bro. I think Boots will do all right with him. If anybody can get it done, it's definitely Boots. I mean, hey, I got the utmost confidence in bro. I think it's gonna need to be somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, that has a punch, that has some reach, you know what I'm saying, that has some agility and some good feet. Boots has all those things. If anybody can at least get a decision over the motherfucker, I believe it's Boots. Personally. And so you got a big ass cut. This boy. Scar tissue gonna be crazy. And all he do is get in wars. That's what he like to do. Remember they was trying to make it like he was a big devastating puncher too. He punching on this motherfucker. He's still there though. Salute the boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he tough, but they was just trying to make Tim Tszyu seem like he was the next thing. 2 more rounds of Tim Tszyu left though. See what he look like. Yo, Trav, how you feel about Fundora talking about he trying to be loyal to PBC and he not trying to fight anybody that's not on PBC? Cause I think that shit sound crazy. What the fuck is being loyal to PBC? Tank loyal to PBC. He just full of Mount Roach. That nigga signed the pro box. You know what I'm saying? Benavida is loyal to PBC. That motherfucker is fighting Zordo, who's signed to Golden Boy. So what the fuck is I'm loyal to PBC? I'm not gonna fight anybody that's not aligned with PBC because I'm loyal to PBC. That shit don't even make sense. You could say that to somebody that don't know shit. And I don't know why the fuck ain't none of them dumbass reporters ask him like what the fuck that mean when he said that. It's a bunch of people on PBC fighting other niggas, dog. What the fuck is you talking about? But hey, fuck do I know, right? Tim Zoo, you need to stay your ass away from everybody that's elite, brother. Yeah, they do want him to keep. Well, he don't got no belts now. He got a belt. He got the WBC. They definitely want him to keep it in the house because they want. You know what I'm saying, they want that for like Errol Spence and fights with Errol Spence and Charlo and shit. Personally, I believe Charlo shouldn't even fuck with 54. He should just go to 160. Right now, like I said, Adamas said he moving up to 68. So all right, that WBC becomes vacant, and I was just questioning earlier: is they going to elevate Ramos, or are they going to have him fight for? You know what I'm saying, fight for the vacant. If they either or, they can have him fight Charlo. Either elevate him and have him defend it against Jermell Charlo, or have him and Jermell Charlo fight for the vacant WBC. That make perfect sense. His brother Jamal had it for a long ass time. Him, y'all relieving him of it, or him vacating it, allow Carlos Adames to be champ. You know what I'm saying, now he can fight for it. But saying all that to say, yeah, for sure, they definitely want to keep the shit in house. You said you said you think they was the hold up. No, I think Bud was the hold up. That nigga was asking too many questions about the fucking business. And I understand you want to know shit, but he was asking questions that's above his level of comprehension. He fucked the deal up, not understanding. He talking about, let me see the books and all this and that. And I don't want to be paid on the back end. I want a flat fee. Like, bro, you don't understand business on this level, bro. The way Aram had you doing shit was the way Aram had you doing shit. But it had you capped. He was paying you 6 million to fight. Yeah, you was the highest paid welterweight, but you was only getting six, nigga. I'm over here. I'm signing for two, but I'm getting a percentage of the fucking pay per views. The pay per views at that time, what, like $75 and shit. And I'm selling 280,000, 300,000 of these motherfuckers, and I'm getting paid percentages of that. So you happy that you got six, nigga, but you know what I'm saying? 'Cause on paper, I got two, but this back end money is different. You're not understanding it. And when he got through that Evan fight, he came back to the table and realized, oh shit, this is a better way of doing things. And they like, nigga, I was trying to tell you that the whole fucking time. You feel me? So it definitely wasn't PBC holding the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Well, PBC didn't want the fight anyway. Arrow wanted to fight, but once they started negotiating, it definitely wasn't PBC that was fucking it up. Bud just thought he was too smart. All right, two of walking together, walking forward. Man, right into an uppercut though. Tim Tszyu be squared up like a motherfucker. Here we go, Tim. Yeah, Tim ain't gonna make it against the upper echelon. Yeah, Tim ain't gonna make it against the upper echelon for sure. I respect him though. He tough. Tim do nice, but I don't know if Tim do ever win another world title. Unless it's another situation where he win like another interim or something like that. Oh, they be letting Tim Zoo do anything. He just mugged the shit out the boy. So Tim versus Thurman next. Hey, might as well. That was supposed to be the fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? Don't let Thurman go out on a bad note like that. Let him get another fight. Him versus Tim Tszyu would be perfect. I like that, Trav. I like that matchmaking. That's actually perfect. See, if Kim and I say if Kim, if Keith wasn't falling apart the first time, you know what I'm saying, he'd have been all right. Him missing the zoo fight allowed Fundora to, you know what I'm saying, to turn up. That's what got Fundora the chips and all that. Yeah, he'd have had an easier fight against Zoo. And we don't know if we even get this version of Fundora that we got now. Ain't it crazy how one thing can lead to all this other shit? From what I see, Tszyu clearly won, but his skills definitely capped. Tszyu definitely capped out. You said what you Yeah, you think with them both having losses to Fundora, it makes sense. I mean, that true, but that ain't even the reason that never even crossed my mind. Like that never even crossed my mind. I just thought it'd be a good matchup. You saying because you know what I'm saying, they a common opponent to this nigga and they both got packed out. I just think that's level appropriate for Keith. And that's level appropriate for Zoo right about now. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think the Brian Mendoza that I saw last week against Joannis Tez, I think he beats Tim Zoo now. Brian Mendoza using a little bit more movement. He a little bit more defensive now and still got a punch. I think he beats Tim Zoo now. Mm. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Tim do need to be against, you know what I'm saying, top level guys. But from what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure he needs to stay the fuck away from everybody that we think is at the top of the top at 154. And I know he was talking about going up to 160. I don't know if he need to try that neither. Yeah, I think they definitely same level. They definitely same level. Yeah, never win for Tim Zoo. Oh, this shit had a belt on the line. What the fuck? Another intercontinental some whole shit, bro. They got too many belts. They got too many belts. That's why I can't nobody get into boxing. Imagine you having somebody sit down and watch boxing for the first time and having to explain to them that the motherfucker that they see just win a belt is not the real champ. Like, then you gotta explain to them, oh no, this a WBA, but this guy over here, the real WBA world champion, this a WBA Intercontinental North American type. Like, what the fuck? And then they all look the same. Like, yo, it's too many titles, bro. All right, he won the title. If y'all want rank come higher in that section of body, just do that, bro. Why y'all got all these titles and shit? It don't even make sense, bro. It just make it more complicated for niggas to follow. I know all the titles because I just really love this shit and I watch all this shit. But like, if I wasn't really a fan of this and I had to figure all this shit out, I'd be way less interested, far less interested. Seriously, to figure out who the real champ. Like these niggas all running around with the same belt. It's like when somebody win the Super Bowl, it's only one champion. We can tell who the champion. It's simple. Tell who I got in Aubrey versus Key too. I got Keyshawn. We was talking about that earlier. They Tego and them was saying they think Keyshawn gonna stop him. I said I don't know if he gonna stop him. I said, but I think he definitely gonna beat him. I don't know if this gonna be a 10 or a 12 round fight. I would like for it to be a 12 round fight. Um, it's probably be another one of them fights where they throw a fucking belt on the line, just make a belt out of nowhere for that shit. But yeah, I think Keyshawn definitely beat him. But my thing is, I think Nair best shot at winning would be if he could just focus strictly on Kim. I know he still worked and he boxed. So if he could just get like away from work altogether and just focus strictly on boxing for a full camp, because you know Keyshawn, he ain't gotta worry about no job. This is his job. So he get to focus on that completely. But I don't know. When it's all said and done, I believe Keyshawn gonna win for sure. Sets him a gatekeeper. I believe that. That's kind of what I feel. I was gonna say that earlier, but I ain't. Yeah, I was like, no. I was like, I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, I ain't had to say it because you said it for me. Real shit. Who you know got more opportunities than Tim Tszyu? Dude got like, yo, word, word. He lose and get title shots. You feel me? Like, it don't make no sense. He lost the first year on the Fundora, even though some people feel like he won. Then he got knocked out versus Barker. Then he got another shot at Fundora. Then they talking about he about to get Errol Spence. But hey, that just go to show that when you want a PBC chosen guy that they want to get behind, hey, they gonna find you some money. That's all that is. But I don't know what should be next for Tim Tszyu, though. You know what I'm saying? If it's not Keith Thurman, like my man said, I don't know what should be next for him. Maybe Brian Mendoza, like I said, but at this point, once again, Brian Mendoza beats him in my eyes. NBA ain't crazy. They definitely be giving Tim more chances than a little bit. That's the privilege of having that name, though. That's the privilege of having that name. We about to see another one soon. Kind of been on that Tyson Fury card. Thing is, Conor ain't been taking no losses though. He took that loss to Chris Eubank, but I mean that is what it is. And they should have never ran that back. Certain stuff, certain stuff need to be one and done. That was one of them. Joe Uso, what's up, bro? It's Charlo, Sue, Thurman, Spence. Yeah, they definitely all gonna get paid. It's cool. I'm pretty sure a lot of people ain't get a notification. YouTube be on BS sometimes. It's all good though. A lot of people be saying they don't get the notifications. I don't be getting people notifications sometimes. It say Tim Tszyu versus Aerospace this summer. Yeah, that's the plan. And Aero say no tune-ups. But people in the chat say Tim Tszyu is a tune-up. Basically, they showing all the young Aero. Shout out Aerospace, man. I hope he come back and look good. That way, maybe that could be somebody for. Damn, he 36. Hey, I was about to say maybe that could be somebody for Boots to fight. Mm, by the time Boots fight, he be 37, 38. Nah. I mean, but if he's still looking hard and he bringing that money in, I don't know. He still got a name. Might gotta sacrifice Spence. Shout out Earl Spence. I like Spence though. But they definitely do need to run it though. I want to see how soon Keith gonna get back in the ring. I think Keith gonna just I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I think he probably should retire, but I don't think he got it in him to retire. I don't think he want to go out like that. I think we gonna see him get another one. So yeah, Tszyu definitely perfect. Fucking Mauro Ronaldo and what the fuck is his name? Joe Grushin. Mm, damn, I wish they announced the fucking undercard to the Boots drone already. Yo, anybody watching the Carolyn Dubois fight tomorrow? Well, today at this point, it's damn near 1 in the morning. Jake Paul MVP smart as hell. They got all the female champs. I think Carolyn Dubois one of the best in the game. She definitely far more skilled than her brother. Shout out to Daniel Dubois though. Yeah, yeah, I spoke on it already, but I got um I got Boots winning by knockout rounds. You know what I'm saying? Round 8 through 10. I think Xander probably make it to like 9 or 10. You know what I'm saying? I think Boots gonna work on his body early. That's what I would like to see him do. Work on his body like the first 3, 4 rounds to try to slow him down. We already know it's no secret. They banking on footwork giving them problems. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. They banking on the footwork giving them problems. So, work on his body, try to slow them legs down. And when you able to, you know what I'm saying, slow him down just enough, start pressing him. Because we saw Barral have a little bit of success towards the end of the fight when Xander chose to stand there with him and fight. You know what I'm saying? When Xander was getting a little tired on the back end of the fight, that's when Barral was able to come on, land a couple combinations and shit. That's when he had his most success. So if Boost could get him stationary, I think he can definitely stop him. Now Xander, you know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be a tough test, you know what I'm saying, because he ain't gonna make it easy. But the thing about it, I'm hearing a lot of people use Karen as the barometer for how shit gonna go. KMJ, what's up, brother? D Calico, what's up? I'm seeing a lot of people use Karen as the barometer for how Boots gonna do in the fight. The thing about Karen, his movement never stopped. He never stopped. He moved around and moved around to not get caught, especially in the first fight. Xander does stop and engage at points. And when he does stop and engage, I think he outgunned against Boots. Now Xander, he's slick, he got some fast hands, but he not faster than Boots. And Boots reflexes is something serious. So I don't really see much that Xander could do to really fuck with Boots in this fight, but I do think it'd be competitive early for like the first 3, 4 rounds. But yeah, definitely like the ninth, 10th round stoppers to me. Man, yeah, that's definitely a good question. I'm just looking forward to hearing who on the undercard. That's all I want to know. I'm hearing names, but I just want to know what's confirmed. But of course, we like 2 months out though, a little bit over that. Well, a little bit under that. Oh no, yeah, over 2 months. I'm tripping. He said Boots 8 to 10. Slow dog walk in with a body shot. Yeah, I think you said that earlier for sure. A body shot KO would be beautiful in front of all the Puerto Rican fans. Oh man, as the challenger coming in as the B side, he coming in as the B side, but he the betting favorite. That's the beautiful thing. Vegas know what's up. That's why I put that in the title. Vegas saying he gonna get stopped. People saying this is more of a 50-50 fight and they worrying about how Boots gonna deal with this and that. Vegas got Boots as a minus 430 favorite. Anybody that's a minus 430 is a heavy favorite. And they got him by knockout as a minus 140. They believe that's how he gonna go. Man, Vegas feel like that. Now, granted, Vegas don't always be knowing what the fuck they be talking about. Because I love beating Vegas odds and betting on the right thing when they be slipping. But I feel like this time they got it right. That's how I see it. Shout out to Xander Zayas, man. I like the fact that he took the fight in an age where a lot of people be ducking and dodging and making all type of excuses. He actually somebody to show he actually want the rumbles. So you gotta respect me. But like my nigga G said, we will be accepting no Xander slander. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure everybody understand how good of a fighter Xander Zayas is, how worthy of a champion he is. So when Boost get them titles up off him, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear a thing. Everybody always talk about, well, Boost came up to the division clip and he wasn't fighting champions. All right, now he fighting somebody with two titles. I don't want to hear none of that shit. All that's done. All that's is over with. That's done for. Now it's time to see what the young boy can really do with him. I like Xander. Like I said, he's my second favorite 154. But I just feel like Boosh is different. People hear all the stories about him and they hear us talk about him and they don't like to hear it. They say, oh, y'all just saying that because y'all from Philly. No, we saying that because if y'all knew what he do to some of y'all favorite fighters in the gym, y'all might look at niggas different. Y'all will look at him different for sure. But the thing is, we can't say that. We can't say what he be doing. But when he get the right people in the ring, y'all gonna see. But I just want to make sure everybody gives Xander his proper credit now because I remember people were saying against Via, oh yeah, man, look what he did to Rasheed Ellis. He might, you know what I'm saying, he a heavy puncher. He might be able to drop boost. He might knock him out. Slaughter him. Man, he ain't shit. All right, cool. They were saying that about Stan Jonas. Hey man, listen, Stan Jonas is tough. I don't know if Boost could get past his dad. He might be able to beat Boost. He might go 12. He might knock Boost out, all this shit. He get his ass whooped. Now they talking about he wasn't good. I just want to make sure people keep the same energy they got now. And they talking about how good he is. Just remember that y'all saying that shit because people be switching overnight. You feel me? Just remember that that's what y'all saying. I just want him to get his proper credit. Not that it's gonna matter, because all that's gonna matter is him getting them two chips. That's gonna be enough. He gonna be, you know what I'm saying, unified in his second division in his second fight. When people say he wanted two tune-ups. And don't let him go out there and whoop Xander ass and treat Xander like a tune-up. Oh god damn. You know what I'm saying? So heck, we at the moment of boxing where they trying to get these older fighters out of here. Yeah, I mean, it's just that time. It's that time. You know what I'm saying? They done got all the squeeze out the lemon and shit. It's nothing more there. You feel me? They still got names for nostalgia, value and shit like that. But outside of that, when they talk about actually putting a high quality product in front of you to try to sell you, they're not trying to sell you yesteryear. They trying to sell you right now and tomorrow type shit. So of course they not trying to really put they best foot behind the older fighters. Of course it's gonna be the younger guys. That's smart though. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman had his time. He was unified champ. Pulled Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao. He got his bags. I'm sure he just got compensated nicely for that from Dora. So he all right. You said that I watched the Tszyu fight. Yeah, I watched the end of it. Thoughts on him and Arrow? I think Arrow gonna beat him. I never thought he could beat Errol Spence at any point. Now, of course, we don't know what Errol Spence is gonna look like. And that's the beauty of it, kind of, for Arrow, because he has the element of surprise. But we done seen Tim Zoo time and time again. And people were saying he looked bad earlier. To me, he looked like he always looked. Tim never really looked good. I mean, and I think even a off Arrow could beat him. I don't even like his conditioning for real. He gets sloppy towards the end of fights. I think Arrow had some fun with that style. That'd be body work all day. And he square up. That's yeah. I ain't high on Tszyu at all. Yeah, I got Arrow over Tszyu for sure. I don't know if it's gonna be a stoppage. I would probably bet the decision. Of course, like I said, we don't know how he gonna look. But one thing we do know is he been in shape. So he been doing something. That's a fact though. Hold on, what? I ain't even peep what D Colico said. He said Xander most likely retains his titles. Brother, you are tripping. Yeah, Tim was supposed to get this dude out of here. Yeah, exactly. He got cut again. It didn't look good. No, he didn't look good. But that's how Tim Tszyu fight though, bro. He always fought like that. Like that's why I never understood what people was. Well, I understood. People was buying the hype behind him, and he bought the hype behind himself, and that's why that Bakr murders Aliyah fight played out like that. They was talking. They was looking clear past him. All they was talking about was him fighting like Fundora again. The plan was for him to go grab that IBF off of Bakram, and then they was gonna meet up again for a three belt unification type situation. And didn't happen. You feel me? So yeah, Tim, he ain't it. He ended up going in there overlooking Bakram, getting his shit all scrambled up. But then they still trying to push him to the top because he got the name. Mm, yeah, quite possibly. Thing is, Xander don't have a problem engaging. I really believe Xander felt like he can beat Boots. So I don't know. It depends. It depends on how Xander taking them shots because Xander was talking about Boots take every straight shot. He take every left shot. I mean every left hook. That's bullshit. He can catch Boots with some shit, sure, but it's mostly when Boots pressing and Boots ain't worried about shit. I believe Boots would be more defensively responsible in this fight. And people right say, "Well, how can you tell that? How can you tell that? You know, you've never seen that in the fight." First of all, Boots has great defense, but also when you fight certain opponents, you fight differently. When Bud came before Smith, he fought way different than he fought other people. Same shit when he fought Canelo. Now I know that's Bud Crawford, and I ain't necessarily trying to compare him to Boots, but that's somebody that on a grand scale, recently most people can agree have had performances that's different against higher level opposition than some of the other people that fought. Yeah, Spence versus Tim, they both shot fighters. I'm putting money on whoever the underdog. Hey, yeah, it's crazy. Tim might phase out with the old fighters. He keep having these tight rumbles. Like I said, he over there getting his shit scrambled. He getting his eyes cut up. He getting his head busted open. Every fight is some new shit. Tim, that kid that you can't let out the play because every time he go out to play, he hurt himself. Right. What the fuck Tim be on? Tim's style just lend itself to getting cut though. Tim be lunging and shit. I love the boosters there in the fight. I'm glad they got that fight made. And they said that Xander himself said the negotiations went smoothly. It didn't take long. It was quick negotiations. So that does the narrative that Boots is difficult to negotiate with and shit. People always complain that he ain't fighting people. It's clearly not him. This shit clearly was easy on both ends. It take two willing people to fight. People usually don't be willing to fight Boots. So salute to Xander. He really believe he the best at 154. And I don't blame him. They said Top Rank ain't want this fight. I think that's smart. They say Top Rank had the best matchmakers in the game. That's widely known. So they didn't want this fight. That says a lot. But it says even more that Xander did want the fight though. Yeah, real shit. No, yeah, it says a lot more that Xander wanted the fight. They gotta make the undercard right. I just keep thinking about this shit, bro. I know I just said it a couple times. They gotta get the undercard right. They said Emiliano Vargas. They were talking about Cambosis. I don't know if it's gonna actually be Cambosis, but Emiliano gotta be on there with somebody. They said Shushu. Shushu been asking to be on there. He from Brooklyn. It makes sense. He just won his world title in Madison Square Garden. You gotta let him have his first title defense in Brooklyn at the Barclays at the crib. It just makes sense. So that's two people, and that's both top ranked people. So you would have to have some matchroom guys on there too. Now, who would you put on there for matchroom? If it's not gonna be Ray Ford, I'm trying to think who he would put on there. Said Ben Whitaker, that's one person. I think you would need at least another one highlighted match from matchroom because the main cards typically have 5 fights, so that would be, you know what I'm saying, the main event and then them two from top rank. And you got Ben Whitaker over here. We need to be at least one more question clip. Now I look at past Xander. Hold on, let me highlight that, John. Question clip. I look at past Xander. But after this, you think the move is push that contract? Absolutely. Absolutely. That got to be the plan. It's in house. You can make it happen. You fight in basically in July. You fight in June 27th. They said that they planning something for Kelly to have a voluntary defense in July. So y'all be damn near on the same time frame. Why not make it happen? You can make it happen by the end of the year. That give y'all a couple months. Y'all can, so that's August, September, October, November. Y'all can have 4 months, you know what I'm saying, in between y'all fights and a fight in November for 3 belts at the end of the year. Why not do that? You know what I mean? And I want to see what Josh Kelly could do over there in the UK anyway. Put him over there, pick him a name that he can, do what he needs to do against. Put him over there, and somewhere that seats a good amount, see what he actually brings in. Because right now he talking like he could put 50 to 60 in the stadium. We don't know shit. He just talking. Just because other people can win chips and go home and do that shit don't mean that you can. That nigga projecting until I see otherwise. So, you know what I'm saying? Go, take him home, see what he can do. And then from there, you make a 3 belt unification in-house and, feed him the boots. And we figure out if it's worth Boots going over there to the UK and knocking him the fuck out, or if they should just bring that back on to Philly, after Boots get these titles over in Brooklyn, let him have a 3 belt unification at the crib, return to the crib with 2 new belts and take another one. I think that'd be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But once again, like you said, not looking past Xander. Because Xander definitely got some shit with him. You know what I'm saying? People that don't know Xander and people that are not familiar with Xander, I think they should use these 2 months to familiarize themselves with Xander Zayas. Because he's definitely big, strong kid. Like I said, good feet, solid counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be an interesting fight. I just don't think he's fast enough. He's definitely not accurate enough. And he get hit with a lot of shit too. People be talking about Boost defense. Boost has impeccable fucking defense. And does he get hit with shots? Yes, but it's not as much as people say. And for every one shot that he get hit with, he laying like 5'6". Boost be fucking people up. People see one shot and just feel like because he's so super talented, he should never get hit. Like he's Superman or some shit. No, he's still a man. So he gonna get caught with some shit. But overall, I don't think Xander got enough. And I like Young Bull. And I hope if it do start to get dark, they just pull the plug for him. Like, because he definitely got a future. So don't let him go in there and get tortured. But I like Young Bull though. So once again, not overlooking him. I think this is the best fight at 154. Even better than the Boost and even better than the Boost and Virgil fight. I feel like it's way better. So when you're a skillful fighter, you're gonna have confidence, and that's why Xander is confident. Yeah, and Xander should be confident. He earned the right to be confident. That's why I said no Xander slander. We ain't tolerating no Xander slander at all. Xander's official. Xander's official for sure. You think we get Shocker for a ban at 22 for the co-main? No, I don't think so. Ben supposed to be main eventing in June, um, in his own June. And then I'm hearing Shocker 4 gonna be on his own card, but I don't know how much validity it is to that. I think it would make sense to have it on this card, especially since it's pay-per-view. They keep trying to sell that this long ultimate package to people. This is the time to make a pay-per-view that's really gonna stand out with these two guys. So I really don't know. Yeah, I think it turned him to a pay-per-view star too. It has all the makings of a fight like that. You know what I'm saying? And Xander Zayas, he has the pedigree. He done won two world titles. He aligned with Bad Bunny, so that's definitely, you know, good press. People were speculating that Bad Bunny could potentially walk him out, but that's not gonna happen. Bad Bunny gonna be touring over in Europe on that date, but you know what I'm saying? Xander still got PR behind him. He he got a lot of people behind him. I know it's gonna be a lot of people in the building for him that night. It's gonna be a lot of people pulling for him. So yeah, I think this definitely is the fight that turned Booster to a pay-per-view star. And I think it's poetic, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we had Felix Trinidad fight Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins stopped him in the 12th. So I mean, hey, then we get PR versus Philly again. I think it's a beautiful thing. So I may be wrong, but I feel like Boost risk taking shots. You know, he could take to get his shit too rarely spoke like Boost be catching. No, yeah, Boost sometimes. Boost will take a shot to be able to give a shot. He wants you in range so he can get his shit up, especially if he see that he could take the shot. But yeah, but Tim just be saying shit. Like I was saying earlier, man, he having fun with his YouTube money. He got on this joint and figured out he could talk shit and make a little bit of bread. Now he figuring out what type of shit gonna pay him the most. So, you know, he just on here having fun with it, talking his shit. You know what I'm saying, making him some money. That's all. You see he talking from both sides of the fight. He really just trying to promote it. You know he a top rank nigga, so I'm cool. I'm cool with him doing what he do. He talking shit, promoting the fight and getting some money. You know what I'm saying? They talk about two birds with one stone. Nigga, hey, he killing three birds with one stone. Shout out Tim Bradley. But no, Tim the one that used to be catching hot shit all day. He used to be rocking Tim shit, but shout out to him, former multi-division champ. He said Carrot tried to sit down and fight more in the second fight with the constant movement. It wasn't Booth's best performance, but if he would have fought anymore, he would have got stopped. Absolutely. And Booth wasn't interested in that fight. He didn't want to fight him again. Boost wasn't locked in that fight at all. You could even tell by his body in that fight he wasn't working like he usually worked. He already knew like, bro, I smoked you 12-0. Like, what can you do? And people like he lost a couple rounds. Of course he lost a couple rounds in that shit, bro. He ain't wanna fight the boy. And two of the rounds he lost was 11 and 12. So that means through 22 rounds you ain't won none, or through 22 rounds you might have won one. That shit was never close. So yeah, for sure. But if he would have fought any more, of course he would have got stopped. Actually, if Harvey Dock would have not let him hold so much after he took that knee in the fifth, he would have got stopped. He let him hold all the way from the fifth to the ninth before he said something. If you watch any Harvey Dock fight, Harvey don't let people hold like that. That shit was pissing me off when I was there watching the fight. I'm like, bro, what is you doing? I done seen Harvey Dock ref several fights. I saw him watch ref several fights before that, and I saw him ref a fight like the week after that on TV. I'm like, bro, you breaking this shit up. Why you ain't break Karen up? Like he just relentlessly holding. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? No, real right, Joe. So I'm like, it was me and Bang. We sitting there watching this shit. We like, yo, what the fuck? I think by that time Greg had went to the other side of the arena and shit. We like, yo, what the fuck? Like let him go, bro. Like he just I'm like, what the fuck, Harvey? Like, you got some money on this shit, Harvey? It just ain't look right to me, bro. And trust me, if you go back and watch that fight, which probably none of y'all gonna do, cause I ain't gonna hold you. It's not an interesting watch. That's some shit you watch if you try and do film study. I'm gonna probably definitely go back and look at it sometime in the lead up to the fight, even though I feel like I didn't seen it enough. And I already got my mind made up about who gonna win and all this shit. And I'm putting money behind that bet. But man, but shout out Karen though, man. He about to get another shot at the IBF title. He got a final eliminator coming up against Patty Donovan. To me, I believe he gonna beat Patty Donovan. You know what I'm saying, if Patty Donovan played his cards right, he might have been able to be, you know what I'm saying, the champion right now, but things happen for a reason. Now Lewis Crocker got the title. Supposed to be defending against Liam Paro, but I think they said Crocker got a hand injury. If Karen win the eliminator, he lined up to meet a mandatory for Lewis Crocker, the IBF champ. The IBF love Karen, bro. That's very apparent to me. Boost swept this motherfucker 12-0. And just because he won three fights in a row, they let him be mandatory again. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck? You thought this shit was gonna be more competitive this time? Like, and they like, and man, it kind of was more competitive this time. But is that really saying anything when somebody 12 owed you? It was 120 to 108 on all three scorecards. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying, doing better than that don't even mean nothing. Like, you feel me? You could literally win one round on one scorecard, and that'd be better than what you did last time. Like the bar was set very low, very very low. But shout out to Karen though. I think he a lot better than people realize, and he gonna show that. And then Patty Donovan is a matchroom fighter, and of course I'm pretty sure that's gonna be broadcast on a matchroom card. So I'm interested in seeing that fight because more people need to see Karen on TV against somebody that's not Jaron Ennis for them to actually realize, like, oh shit, Karen's actually good. People be trying to play him because he against Boots. You can't say Boots nice and then say that he gave Boots trouble and then try to make Karen look like he's shitty. Like I'd be like, people don't even be hearing these. So I think Karen far more solid than people realize. Yeah, he could definitely win that. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to really get Karen to fight. Let Karen fight Lewis Crocker for this IBF title. I bet you he win that shit. I bet you Karen win that shit if he fight Lewis Crocker. Then what Boo's resume gonna be looking like? Because outside of Boost, Karen only got one loss, and they said that was in a tournament. He had two fights in one day. He won the first one and lost the second one. So that's some different circumstances anyway. Yeah, I want to see Karen against any champ at 147 too. I think that'd be an interesting fight for Devin Haney. I don't think he would take it though. Like I said, I feel like Devin Haney and Rolly used each other to duck their mandatories for real, for real. The WBA mandatory, he was the mandatory when Boots had the title. When Stanionis had the title. He stepped aside so Stanionis could unify with Boots. So then he was Boots mandatory. When Boots dropped the belt, he became Rolly mandatory. Rolly was on the hook for that, so he started trying to make the Pacquiao fight. That fell through. Then they started trying to make the Devin Haney fight. But Devin Haney also had Jack Catterall, who when he fought at, at Kyle Esselman, or whatever, the boy he knocked out the ring last fight and shit. That was a final eliminator basically for the WBO. So his mandatory was gonna be called soon anyway. I feel like they used each other for these negotiations to kind of duck their mandatories in a way. Even if they still get the fight done, they knew them being in talks right now was going to stop that from those mandatories from being a thing. And now Jack Catterall, who would have been Devin mandatory, and Chakram Giasov, who would have been Rolly mandatory, is fighting for a WBA regular welterweight title on that Usyk card, which is interesting. But once again, they making more belts for nothing. Yeah, exactly. People haven't seen that much of Xander. That's why they think he don't have a chance. Even though I got Bruce winning, Bruce should have a good game plan. He is going to have to break Xander down. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I think he gonna do just that. I think he gonna do just that. Gonna break him down for sure. And I like Xander. That's why I said I want everybody to get well acquainted with Xander. Top ring, you know what I'm saying? Top ring love him. He one of their favorite guys. You feel me? They got a nice little compilation up of his fights. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 hours of some of his best fights. His last two fights is on top rank YouTube, I think. Well, the one where he won the WBO title against Jorge Perez Garcia, that's definitely on top rank YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go check him out. He said Karen would drop anyone's stock. Yeah, for sure. Because if he don't beat you, he gonna make sure that you don't look that good. He said even Karen versus Paro a good fight. That it is. Bro, it's a lot of good fights at 147. People be trying to make it like it's a dead division. No, it's not. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit going on for real, for real. It's a lot of people up there. Rohan Polanco, Tiger Johnson, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., Lewis Crocker, Liam Paro. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez. If Hitchens would stop bitching and come up, it'd be Richardson Hitchens. Brian Garcia. Like, it's a whole lot of shit going on. Whole lot of interesting fights that can be made. Yeah, man. I wish we would get a unification though. It don't matter who it is. Ryan and Rolly, Rolly and Dev and Ryan. It don't fucking matter, but it's enough history between these motherfuckers for there to be some unifications popping up. And Dev talking about him saying Rolly think he the A side and he don't sell nothing out. Like nigga, just sign a fucking contract, bro. Like you already signed a fucked up contract when you was about to had to fight Ken Moses twice. And I understand that's why you feel like you never gotta do it again. Cause you you know what I'm saying you paid the price then. But goddamn, bro, I think Devin Haney said the money was cool recently. So what the fuck happened to the money? I feel like he just signed a fucking contract, bro. Just make the shit easy. You said you think Rolly Mash is a tough one. I haven't watched that one. So I think Rolly's a tough fight for Dub. I personally don't. You know, Rolly a puncher. Rolly a puncher like a motherfucker. Dub can't get hit with none of that dumb shit. But I think he can definitely outbox him. Well, he definitely can outbox him. Not I think he can definitely outbox him. He definitely can outbox him. But Rolly definitely is a puncher though. So he got to stay away from that shit for all 12. He said, yeah, bro, I hold Boost get credit when he win. Xander got everything. He just lacked power. Yeah, Xander cool. And even with the lack of power, it would be cool if he was more accurate with his punches. Xander not very accurate with his punches. To me, that's something that I've noticed. He throw a lot, and they'd be like, damn, if you could pinpoint that and put it exactly where it need to be right now, that would be perfect. Like you in the ballpark, but you're not right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Moose is accurate as shit. Like, shout out Moses Satama. That's something Moses got. He throw the right shot at the right time in the right place. Like, Moses is just different. Anybody that like heavyweight boxing or just like sharp boxing, period. If you ever watched Moses Satama at heavyweight, go check him out. He said he should keep bragging about beating Cambosis when Loma already stopped him. No, I mean, that's his biggest win. Former champ, beat T.O. and all that. So, of course, he's going to talk his shit. But I want to see Hitchens go to 147. He bullshitting. Like, what is you down at 140 for? What is you at 140 for? You're not about to fight none of the champs down there. You're not about to fight Shakur. You're not about to fight Gary Russell. Dalton Smith about to defend his title. You know what I'm saying? If Dalton Smith win, I don't know. He might get the Dalton Smith fight. He probably banking on that. Because if Pueo win, Pueo versus Gary Russell was the fight they make, not you. And that would still leave you not fighting Shakur. So who the fuck is you about to fight? Africa might as well stop playing. He might as well stop playing. Ain't no point. And like I was saying earlier on another live, he was talking about signing the Zuffa. If you sign the Zuffa, why you worrying about keeping a 140 title? Zuffa don't even have a 140 division. Zuffa go right from lightweight, which is 135, to welterweight. It's no super lightweight and then welterweight. No, it's just lightweight, 135, and welterweight, 147. So if you was going there, you're not going down to 135. You could barely make 140. You're not going up to 160. So where the fuck that leave you? That leave you at 147, which means if you're not going to be able to fight at 140, why you worry about keeping a 140 title? Africa is bullshit. Africa bullshit. That's really what it come down to. He said Cambosis lost. had lost every fight after he beat Tia. No, that's yeah. Shit definitely yeah. That shit was damn near like a curse on his career. When he started tripping, when he was calling himself the Emperor and shit. Yeah, you been Emperor, all right. Emperor getting his ass whooped, talking all that dumb shit. Damn, you said he need to fight Gary to earn your respect. Damn, he ain't got your respect already. It's like no, he ain't got a lot of people respect. A lot of people see the talent, but they feel a certain way about Hitchens. And to a degree, I understand. I ain't mad at y'all for feeling that way. Like I said, I just criticized him myself behind that Zuffa shit, but I personally like Hitchens. I feel like he ain't even unlocked his full potential because he won't let himself. He like to keep the fights as basic as possible and just get the win, and that's cool. But you know what I'm saying it's something to be said about making that shit natural routine where you just do that. Cause what happened when you get in a fight where you got all the, you know what I'm saying, you got all the intangibles to do what you need to do, but you so used to getting it done this way that maybe you can't snap out of that. Or you can't snap out of it in time and shit. I think Hitchens solid. I think he better than people give him credit for, but I think he also talked a lot of shit that kind of put a target on his back. Like, if you don't look spectacular, nigga, we on your ass. Cause the way you be talking cash shit. So I kind of get that too. Oh, damn, I ain't even peep. You said that. Yeah, you saying the exact same shit I just said. Said if he ain't talk so much, people won't be on his ass so much. That's exactly why you gotta look at your comments. You already said this shit. But also mean great minds think alike though. Shout out you, bro, for sure. Yeah, he talk crazy, but that's the same shit Shakur do. Talk like they a monster. Oh yeah, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Like, bro, your whole game predicated on keeping your distance and boxing somebody's head off. Why you talking like you about to knock somebody the fuck out? That's why when you have a masterclass performance, it don't translate the way it needs to because you got somebody looking for a fucking bona fide ass whooping and you about to give a bona fide boxing lesson. You can't be talking like that. You gotta tell niggas, man, listen, you ain't on my level. I'm smoother than you. You can't touch me. I can be right in front of you in the pocket and you still can't touch me. But I'm gonna get my shit up. Da, 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 da. That type shit. Then when you go out there and do it, it's like, damn, Shakur said he was gonna do this. Damn. Look at how he handle bull. You can't go out there and talking like you Mike Tyson. You about to box like Floyd. That shit don't translate, bro. So yeah, Africa definitely. If he ain't talk like that, he'd be better off. But it's I think a lot of these niggas be feeling like they gotta talk like that. I'm saying, remember he was aligned with Mayweather at one point. I'm saying you should be around Tank and shit. Adrian Broner. So maybe he feel like he got pop his shit like that. He ain't a nigga from New York, so you know how they give it up anyway. That's how they talk anyway. So ain't really surprising for real, for real. I'm interested in seeing who Ryan Garcia gonna fight next though. They talking about T.O. I think that's an interesting fight. And it makes sense because Turkey already said he working on another card for for Ryan. And he done already worked with T.O. in the past. So why not? I personally, like I said, would like to see a unification. But Turkey clearly ain't fucking with Devin Haney right now or Rolly. So I'll take what I can get. I'm saying basically it don't even matter to me. I'm gonna watch whatever they put on. But if we do get T.O. on Ryan, I think that'd be a solid joint. Something interesting for Ryan. Want to see how he deal with the footwork, the awkwardness and shit, the athleticism. Like Ryan said last fight, people was talking about his left hook. He showed he got a right hook too. It was interesting, but Mario Barr is a stationary target. He was right there to get punched on. So it's a little different to find somebody like T.O. He said he just want people to look at him like they look at the top fighters. But you definitely gotta prove it. You definitely gotta prove it. Says Africa staying at 140 or moving up. That's the golden question. I don't know. He talking like he want to defend his belt against Lindolfo Delgado. But like I said, we all saw him on the scale. I don't think 140 is a place he need to be calling home. If he not getting unification, which in my eyes he's not, he need to go and do himself and his body a favor and going up to 147. Like, where do you stand at 140 for? Anything besides the unification is literally detrimental to your health because you the IBF champ. You the only one got to adhere to that rehydration clause, that second day rehydration clause. It do you no favors. We saw him. He was out that bitch looking like Skeletor. Now he ain't look as bad as Devin Haney looked in that fight when he was on the scale against I think Cam Bosis. That nigga was looking like Michael Jackson in the Thriller movie. I mean, not movie in the Thriller video, but he was looking bad, bro. And when niggas be having problems making weight, it's best they move up. We see Carlos Adames, he pulled out of the first ammo fight because he was dehydrated. He came back, made weight this time, beat him, and then immediately said he moving up. That you know what I'm saying? That making weight shit, it get hard as you get older, bro. He getting older and keeps trying to hold 140. That shit dead. Said Keyshawn rematch and Albright next month. How you feel about that? I feel like it's a good fight. I feel like I said a little earlier, I feel like Nair Albright only hope to really win the fight would be able to be, fully immersed in his camp. I know he worked and he trained at the same time. If he could just, had a personal aspect of his life taken care of, you know what I'm saying, and be able to just focus on a full camp for Keyshawn, I think it'd be a more interesting fight. But I think it's gonna be a good fight regardless. People was telling me earlier they felt like Nair is going to get stopped. I don't feel like he's going to get stopped, but I could see Keyshawn winning a decision. I'm hoping it's a 12-round fight and not a 10-round fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the longer the fight go, the more interesting I believe it'll be. But I believe Keyshawn could definitely win a decision. Nair Albright, he a talented motherfucker. I'm surprised somebody like Zuffa ain't try to grab him up. For real, for real. Thing with Shakur, though, he was ready to fight Schofield and paid until back to back. Hitchens be on, bro. He be on bullshit, bro. I said earlier, I'm done with that nigga until I figure out what he gonna do. Somebody just asked, is he staying at 40 or he moving to 47? I don't know. That's the thing. We should know by now. He don't know. He playing around, but it's a lot of money at 47. It's a lot of money up there. We talking about Tio, who was at 135. We talking about him potentially moving up and getting a welterweight title shot. Go get some money. It's nothing for you at 140 occupying that IBF title. If you're not gonna get a unification, roll out. It don't make no sense. Just roll out. You feel me? Yo,
What it do,
what's going on, brother?
man? You been up here cooking, just been enjoying the show. You know how it go.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So,
So,
like, which one of the fights is your main topic, or you just wanna, or it don't matter?
yeah, I was just floating around.
All right, yeah, because of course, I got to give respect to the people that fought today or tonight. Wilder and Chisora. Like, I didn't even watch the Tim Tszyu fight just because of the level of competition. I ain't want to see it. I probably look at it on YouTube, but I ain't catch that one.
Right.
And you know, shoot, I ain't, we ain't seen Wilder take shots like that in a long time and not be hurt. You feel me? Like goddamn, my
No,
boy,
yeah, he definitely was eating them shots. I ain't gonna hold you.
yeah, Chisora was hitting it with everything but the kitchen sink. Real. So I was kind of glad to see that chin that strong. You know what I'm saying? For his sake.
No, for sure. Same
And
thing with Chisora too. He took a couple good ones.
yeah. But Wilder even said how he towards the end he took it easy on him, a little bit. He said he dialed back on the pressure because
Yeah, I heard him say that.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of believable because they was already friends walking into the fight, you know. But at the same time, I feel like that's what the Keyshans and Shakurs are supposed to do also. It's like you don't got to give 1,000%, 100, a whole 100% of your power to try to hurt your partner. But y'all should get in the ring and see who the best. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure. For sure.
And I
And the
feel like
money will
that's what
definitely be there.
the money's there. Like I feel like Wilder and Chisora are more brothers than Shakur and goddamn Keyshawn. Cause now they locked in for life. Like they gonna go both be millionaires and best friends. Damn it. You know what I mean? And it's almost like a childhood friendship because you know how it is when you grow up. You fight all your friends. It is what it is.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? So I respect that. But as far as like boom, the big thing is Boots and Xander.
Right.
Bro, I already said I've been saying since the beginning that about this fight that Xander is Karen Chicazon on steroids. Stop it. Yeah. So he's he's way better than Karen. And he can do everything Karen can do and way more. And then I started leaning right back on Boots, like, man, Boots to beat anybody, you know. But man, I gotta come right back down to Xander again. That's how I know this is gonna be a 50-50 fight. because my mind just keep going back and forth, you know. And Xander has never been out punched in any round in any fight that he's ever been in. Never.
That's a good stat.
That's a mean ass stat, bro. This guy, for hundreds of rounds, he's never been out punched. Not one time. He ready for boots. He might not have that power. We know that. We know this and whatever. But it might not take a lot to hurt Boots. Shit, Boots don't he don't really get hit by the he ain't never got hit by a top level fighter. I even seen somebody put up an image of Adrian Broner asking the question, is Boots just an Adrian Broner? And I damn near got scared for him, bro. I damn near got scared for him because Adrian Broner was like that. Imagine if they would have kept putting him in the ring with average ass people, bro. Adrian Broner would look like better than Mayweather.
Nah, Boots ain't no fucking Adrian Broner. Shout out Adrian Broner though. I love man, listen. I love me Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Young
Like
AB was doing this thing, man. But nah,
I'm gonna say, like,
Adrian
how
Broner.
old was you when he was really out there? Because he was bigger than Tank before Tank.
I was like 17. So
Yeah,
I
man, this
was
man was.
watching.
Yeah. You was conscious. What I'm saying is, man, this guy was bigger than Tank. It's like saying Tank ain't nothing. If we say Tank ain't nothing, I haven't seen that yet. At that point in time,
Yeah.
Adrian Broner was like that. Nobody could say, "Oh, Adrian Broner ain't nothing." No, he was really like that. And
Yeah,
then he stepped
he
it up
had
to
the
some.
people for sure. He had the people for sure.
Mhm. And he had the style, the skills. Like his skills was just that speed and that sort of like a Mayweather style. That shit was impressive. You know. So we got Boots doing the same thing with a Terrence Crawford type of style. You know, is he
But
real? Is he the real deal?
he
Now,
definitely the real deal. People going to see. I can't wait. I'm glad this fight got made, man. Cause people feel like Vander is really good, and that's what we need. We happy that finally somebody, but they said that, like I said, they said that about staying on this too until he got beat. But I feel like this is different. Xander's a unified champ. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
On top ring. You know what I'm saying?
it's going 12.
Just was in the Super Bowl. I don't have it going 12. I have it stopping 10 or under. Xander getting stopped.
See, the only way I see Xander getting stopped, if because when he fought Abbas Baru, he was on his bicycle, he was doing his thing for at least 10 or 11 rounds. The 12th round, he decided to give the people what they want, even though he had won all of the rounds, a majority of the round. Like he won the fight already, but he gave the people what they wanted in the 12th round and stood in that pocket,
For
with
sure.
the bass, and it didn't really look good for him. He was still putting up his fight like he do, but that would if he would have did that for 12 rounds, he wouldn't have lasted. So he's not gonna do that against Boots, and he shouldn't even do it one time. Like not even in the 12th round. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get the people what they want. Man, Boots might knock him out in the 12th. I ain't gonna lie. Like he can't play with Boots. You don't give Boots nothing. Make him earn everything. If he put a combination on you, you might be in trouble. You got to make him get one punch at a time.
That ain't gonna happen. Boost don't even operate like that. You know what I'm saying? That one punch at a time shit ain't gonna work, man. I think he gonna catch up to Xander late. I think he gonna slow him down. I think he gonna work to that body and slow him down. Like just work on the body round after round. Make that the focus. You know what I'm saying? Because Xander already going to try and make it extend. He gonna try to use his legs to make the fight go as long as he can. So you ain't gotta rush. Just work on the body for a couple rounds. Slow him down, get him to where you want him. You know what I'm saying? That movement going to slow down at some point.
Now I'm gonna ask you this:
So
if they both were 23 years old, who wins?
I would still have Boost.
What?
Yes. It's so much shit Boost can do that y'all ain't seen yet. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I understand the skepticism.
I'm just
I ain't
saying
even
five or
tripping.
six. You saying 5 or 6 years ago he could have beat this caliber of boxer?
Yes. yes. I believe that. I
I
truly believe
understand
that.
now. I
Think
understand
about it.
now.
You
For one, he's
said
older. He's older
we
than the
talking
guy.
we talking about the same Boots that fought Lipinets. You gotta look at how he fought that fight. Yes, I believe he could beat Xander. That's basically it. That's a 23-year-old Boots. We gotta remember at what time Boots was 23. That's around that Lipinets time. That's around the Castillo Clayton time. Stuff like that. Those fights. Thomas Delorme
Yeah,
Boots.
Delorme, Delorme.
So yeah, I definitely feel like he could still beat him. I like Xander. Like it's not like I'm trying to take nothing away from Xander. Xander, nice. I fuck with Xander. And Xander that made me some money his last couple fights, man. Shout out Xander, man.
Hmm.
When he get paid, I get paid. I fuck with Xander. But I don't see it. And like I said, in the title, the betting odds got Boots the favorite by knockout. Now Vegas don't know everything. I catch Vegas slipping all the time. But I think they got it right this time. Boots a heavy favorite here, minus 430. That's a 4-1 favorite. That's damn near 4.5-1 favorite.
So he's gonna have to do a lot to win. That's what that really means too. I
I don't know if
mean,
you're gonna have to do a lot to win. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think.
You know, the Puerto Rican crowd gonna be loud out there, so they're gonna probably, the
I mean,
judges don't know what they be watching, so the loud chairs might sway a little bit.
yeah. I mean, he's also going against a unified champ. You feel me?
Right.
So you gotta almost do a lot more than the champ. I don't know if you can just edge out a champion. You know, that might end up in a draw.
No, that ain't gonna end up in the draw. Moose gonna stop, boy.
I'm saying edging out. Like you said, if he stop him, you know, then he take everything, take matters into his own hands. Yeah, yeah. You
No,
know,
for sure. I
yeah. I
got him.
mean,
I got him stopping him.
the guy looked like the real deal. There ain't no way around it. You know,
Who, Xander?
no, no, no. I mean,
Oh,
both,
Boosie,
both, but definitely Boots over anybody. You know, like
for
he
sure.
looked on the eye test, he looked like the baddest man on the planet. You know, but you know, I feel like that don't mean you're gonna have a perfect record. You know what I mean?
Oh
All
yeah, of
that
course.
Mayweather type of stuff. Like he's not gonna get knocked out or anything in this fight, but he can lose. You know, he could just lose. A very
No, I'm with that.
frustrating fight, but it won't be nothing devastating to his career or anything. You know, just like even if Xander loses, I feel like he's so young that it's gonna benefit him. You know, number one, like he'll probably never fight another talent like Boots. You know what I mean? So he can go to 160 and raise hell again. For real. Like he probably still can beat Josh Kelly, even if he lost the Boots. Let's be honest. You know?
No, for sure. But no, he need to. You said he could still be Josh Kelly if he lost the boot.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he'll beat him today. He'll beat him right now. You know?
No, I could see that. I like Josh Kelly a little bit, man. He made me some money against Bachman. People thought he was going to get cooked.
Hmm.
I just saw it. I'm like, no, Kelly by decision. I
Yeah,
forget what that
I was
was.
going for Kelly. I was going for him because I know I just feel like, you know, Barkman is a hype train. Like he never really fought nobody. What he did to Tim Zoo was damaged goods from the elbow from Fundora. He rushed back. He came back too soon and tried to fight. As soon as Bakram hit him right there on top of that head, opened that cut back up, it was over. It was over.
Yeah, I don't even think he opened the cut. He
Yeah,
was
he on
tripping.
there.
He thought
Yeah, he
it
probably
did.
didn't. Did he? Was
He
he
had
bleeding?
PTS. No, he had
Yeah, he had
PTSD. He
PTSD
started
though. You're right.
patting on top of his shit.
Yeah, yeah, he was checking for blood.
Then he
Yeah.
ran in there wild as shit and got caught with
Mm-hmm.
some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to him. He started malfunctioning. I mean, but I think he need to stay away from all the elite guys. He don't need to see nobody at the upper echelon of 154. Tim Tszyu is he may be like gatekeeper status at this point. For real,
Yeah,
for real.
he definitely is, and that's why Arrow has to put him in the trash. You know, that's if he got anything left in the tank, which I think he do. You know, and if not, then I hope he don't get hurt too bad trying to get this money. You know, real.
Hey, mine yours. I don't mind who he unified against because I'm saying the ain't his fault when the belt became vacant when Fundora vacated the WBO. He
Yep.
did what he was supposed to do, fight for the vacant. And then he was supposed to fight Tayez, but Tayez lost to Barral, so it ain't his fault. He fought him neither. It just is what it is, man.
Man, I want to see
Sometimes, not everybody get to win the title in a spectacular fashion or from, a big name. It is what it is.
Abbas Baru and Fundora would be a great fight because
No.
because I don't think Fundora can get away from that right hand. Like, of course, Xander's a pure boxer. He was able to avoid it a lot. There's no way Fundora can avoid that right hand. Like, consistently. Like, he can't avoid nobody's right hand. You know what I mean? Let's be honest.
I gotta see what this nigga reach is, man. I think
Eighty
it's
eighty
going to
two
either be,
inch, 82-inch
yeah,
reach.
yeah, not Fundora. I'm talking about
Oh, or Bass Baru,
Abbas
like
Baram.
like like 74, 76, something like that.
Yeah, if it's he ain't gonna be able to get to him. Tim Zoo and Keith Thurman had a 79-inch reach, and they was just barely getting to him.
No,
Somebody
neither
gonna
one
need
of
like
them.
a
Neither one of them got no reach like that. Heck, no, you mean
yeah,
69? Neither one of them
yeah,
got no 79 reach.
yeah. You gonna need somebody. You gonna need somebody with some reach on them.
I was thinking about Ammo Williams. Him and Ammo Williams both have 82-inch reach, and he talking about coming down to 154. Like, even though
He gonna need to stay his ass
he
at
get beat up by
160.
everybody, but that guy can crack, and he got the reach.
Yeah, I fuck with Ammo. He showed something in his last fight. In his last fight, he looked better than I've ever seen him before. So he
Mm-hmm.
definitely doing something in the gym. He putting the work in. So
Mm-hmm.
salute to Ammo, but nah.
And the Adames is elite.
No, for sure. I've been trying to tell people Adames is good. People just can't see it. Sometimes they
Yeah, yeah.
like what they like. But Adames, he
Mm-hmm.
definitely top notch though. I've been
Heck
tuning
yeah.
Adames since he was at 54. He definitely solid.
Yeah, him and Yo-Yo Hernandez.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Man.
right. Him and Boost do have the same reach, 74-inch reach, and they both supposedly 5'10". I'm interested in seeing them how they size up. Their first press conference supposed to be Wednesday. So I'm interested in seeing how they size up. I want to see how they interact too. Cause Xander good at talking shit. I like the fact that Xander actually believe he can win and he actually talking some shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if he actually talk shit with Boots there. I'm pretty sure he will though.
Yeah, yeah. That's for sure. So Keyshawn and Nahir Albright.
Hmm.
Goddamn. I know people not gonna give Nahir Albright a chance because they really, deep into that hype. Of course, Keyshawn got skills, but he hype it up like more than what it is, like Macho Man Randy Savage. Like okay, like Macho got muscles, yeah, but you ain't the Ultimate Warrior or nothing, you know what I mean? But that's how Keyshawn is. Like, he talk that talk, but he might get in trouble fucking with Nahir Albright. He's never been hurt except for Nahir Albright. That last time they fought years
Yeah, he
ago,
caught him with a good shot.
yeah, he hurt him. He the only person we seen hurt him. So you dealing with somebody in Nahir Albright that rises to the occasion. If it's a championship round, because he's never been in a fight beyond 10 rounds. He's never been in a 12-round fight. And
Right.
that's part of the reason he has losses on his record. Because this guy is phenomenal in those last rounds. Like, when it comes to the 9th and the 10th, because that's normally his last round, the 9th and the 10th, he turned into a monster. That's when he gonna hurt
Word.
everybody. I don't care who he's gonna hurt you in those last 1 or 2 rounds. So now you're gonna give him 2 extra rounds, 11th and the 12th. That's all he ever needed. Even last time he fought Keyshawn, he probably could have got him if he'd had 2 more rounds. You know what I mean? He just like that. That's like with Frank Martin. I was rooting for Frank, but when he caught him in that 10th, it would have been 2 more rounds. It'd have been game over.
Yeah, he would stop him.
Yeah. So this guy just needed them to finally bump him up to that status of being a 12-round fighter because he is a championship round fighter. Like, he know what to do at that moment. I don't know if he's been
That he is.
analyzing every moment, every round up until that point, but at that point he gonna go.
That's a fact. he definitely made for you know what I'm saying, championship round fights for sure.
Hmm.
Like you said, he was he had his best moment in the damn 10th round against Frank Martin. That shit was about to be
Hmm.
over. Had
Over.
he not dropped his mouthpiece, I think he would have been able to do something. He might have been able to at least drop him again.
Yeah, did steal the fight. Yeah, he could have stole it
Yeah.
completely.
He said, I think Boost and Virgil. Oh, let me see. I think Boost and Virgil would get him, seen him stopped, and Lubin dropped him. And, yeah, and Tim had success. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I think Virgil got like a 70-inch reach. That's an inch longer than Thurman and Zoo. But Virgil's style would probably definitely help him
Yeah.
do better against Fundora.
Hmm. And that hard head for real.
For sure.
You
I
got to
think
have a
Fundora might stop him late too, though. But I think that might be one of the best fights though, possibly.
like it. Yeah, yeah. It'd definitely be one of the greatest because Virgil's not going on his back foot. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah. I've
So
seen him fight on his back foot a little bit recently just to show he can do it, but that's definitely not his focus.
yeah, he's not doing that. Like he know for one, he's not a great outside fighter at all, right? You know, he's not gonna pot shot you and hit you with jabs from long range, one at a time. No, that's not him. You know, and he's not gonna let Fundora have that kind of fun either. You know, man, that's really like the kind of competitor we need to see against Fundora. You know, a Virgil. Of course, Virgil gets dropped every now and then, but we've never really seen him hurt. You know, he gets dropped and don't even be hurt. Kind of like how Abdullah Mason, when he got dropped those 2 times. People love to bring it up, but he was never hurt. You know,
Shit,
same.
Fedora manager just said that they ain't even trying to entertain the Virgil fight, which is crazy because Fedora just said that he want to fight him on the Canelo card. So I don't know. It seemed like they telling him that he can only fight on PBC and he just going with the flow. It's like he just
Hmm.
happy to be here type shit.
Yeah, he know that's his Zuffa. You know, PVC gonna protect him like a Zuffa would. You know, because they don't have the stable to really chop him down. They got old fighters, and he want to fight all of them.
No, for sure. Said Virgil, an elite pressure fighter. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I like Virgil. I want to see what he gonna do. Is he gonna actually be put on the shelf? You know what I'm saying, for an extended period, or Oscar going to let him get back to rumbling?
I
I'm
think
interested in seeing how they gonna
like
play that.
I could see a Fundora fight because that's the closest thing Oscar can come up with, like, to feed him to the wolves, so to speak. You feel me? I'm sure right now he want to feed Virgil to the wolves. So since it can't be a boots fight, then he like, fuck it. Put him in there with Fundora, you know? That way I can feed him to the wolves. But he might win. Just like they tried to feed Devin Haney to the wolves with the Brian Norman Jr. fight. Like honestly, we all kind of saw the writing on the wall. It was like, damn, they trying to fuck Haney up, you know?
Well,
Because he
I had
didn't.
said I said he was gonna beat Norman, so I'm like,
Me
the
too. But
Haney's is lining them niggas up, really.
he didn't look good in New York. I'm just showing the
Nah, yeah,
logic.
he didn't.
I'm
Absolutely.
showing I'm showing the logic. I was just,
Right.
I don't get to see the sparring and know if his chin is there and all that. I was just knowing that if it is, he should win. And he showed that, just like Wilder did tonight, he showed that his chin was capable, you know, against Norman. And that's all I needed to know. Once I saw him actually getting hit, I didn't want him to fight perfect, untouched. I wanted to see him get hit so he could answer those questions. But people still act like it didn't get answered. No, all those questions got answered. Brian Norman Jr. was hitting him and goddamn handicap, goddamn trucking. Never looked hurt.
I want to see who Norman gonna fight when he come back. I was hoping he was gonna fight Tio, but if Tio fight
Me
Ryan,
too.
that shit out the question.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
them.
who would be a good second person for him.
Uh,
Probably Rohan Polanco. He on top rank too. But I don't know if they're gonna want to put him against a former champ so soon or let him keep building.
like honestly, if he can't get like the TO fight, it was already a crash, a collision course for Tiger Johnson and Brian Norman Jr. Uh,
True.
I I think that it's time to fast forward that since Tiger wants to be in a real mix. He always wanted to get up to fight Brian Norman Jr., but it's like he was building himself up. Well, it's no more time to wait. We need that now, for real. And the winner can hope to have fight Haney in the future, even if it's a Norman rematch or Tiger Johnson. You feel me? Because if he can beat Brian Norman Jr., especially if he can like knock him out, oh, that puts him right in the mix to fight Devin Haney, like instantly. So he should be clamoring for that fight.
No, that's a fact. I wouldn't mind that fight. And he coming up, Tiger Johnson coming off a good win over
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Flies, where he got a
Yeah,
nice knockout.
yeah, sweet.
So you know what I'm saying, he at the peak of his career right now. So I think that would be an interesting fight.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Norman need a solid win, to get back to where he just came from, because they was talking cash shit. And for him to get handled the way he was by somebody that they said couldn't punch and you got dropped and all that other
Mm-hmm.
shit, that don't really look that good. Now you don't drop your dad, so it's not too much, media surrounding your return the way it was your last fight, which is a good thing. You can get
Mm-hmm.
to work in peace and kind of
Yeah,
level up out of the public eye. But I'm saying, you gotta look good in your next fight just because of the amount of shit your dad be talking. Just because that
exactly.
nigga your pop. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Unneeded pressure.
Like maybe even Alexis Rocha for Brian Norman Jr.
He look like shit.
Yeah, he fought Jojo
He look
Diaz.
like shit.
Yeah.
Yo, if fucking Barboza talking about he won title shots, but as soon as he get in the ring, start talking about that, Alexis Rocha get in the ring talking about we should fight next. You already see Oscar got that whipped up. He wouldn't have got in the ring unless Oscar was trying to make that. Oscar trying to keep them niggas safe. He said, if
Mm-hmm.
y'all
Mm-hmm.
gonna lose to somebody that's on our roster. You're not gonna
Yep.
lose to nobody else and make them look better. You can
Yep.
see it. And that's why Oscar is a terrible promoter.
Yep.
He
Horrible.
like Schofield put it out. Why would you leave me when I could keep you undefeated forever? He ain't say nothing about getting you no championships or none of that shit. He said I could just pay you and keep you undefeated. That's what he do with all them fighters. Them niggas be fool's gold. And then he
Mm-hmm.
cash you out after a while. That's what he was trying to do to Virgil with Boots. That nigga's fool's gold. He was gonna cash him the fuck out.
Yeah. Like people forget when Schofield wanted to fight Shakur, De La Hoya said no instantly, right? And then
Word.
they twisted his arm or whatever, and he went ahead and agreed. And then we know he came up sick. Then let's fast forward to Ryan versus Barrios. Barrios was sick. Huh? Barrios being sick got Hitchens sick. Barrios was finna fight Ryan, De La Hoya's fighter, and Hitchens was finna fight Duarte, De La Hoya's fighter. So every time that I just named about people being sick, it's only one common denominator, and that's Oscar De La Hoya. Because he's Kid Austin's, and he didn't want him to fight. He almost refused. You know how they say it was the masseuse that came and did this, and it wasn't Turkey. That's why they had to bite their tongue on that, refrain from, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It wasn't Turkey who sent the manager or whatever. I mean the massage therapist, that put some cream on my son that got him sick or whatever. Man,
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
De La Hoya got them the only thing connecting all these people in these sicknesses that pop up out of goddamn nowhere. So
Nah, that's a good catch. I got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta tell you that for sure. That's definitely a good catch. I ain't even paying that
real,
no attention.
real common denominator is De La Hoya himself. Right? Like, can't nobody tell me he not the Mexican P Diddy, bro. You feel me?
No, he
Like,
definitely got some extracurricular shit going on for sure.
like they talking about a De La Hoya. I mean, a Diddy party, a De La Hoya party, man. Shoot, that's got to be wicked.
Nah, yeah, he be on some other shit. Every time he get happy and make an announcement, he want to be in a thong and some other shit. That's why
Yeah, man.
I don't even follow him on social media. I don't want to see none of that shit. He
Exactly,
can keep all that over there. I'll find out later when G or Bang or fucking Fight Hype talk about that shit. Then I'll see it. I don't need to see that shit straight from him. I'm cool. Or Ring Magazine and report it. Fuck it.
man. Man, he got the BBL 6 pack, man. Like, come on, man. This shit crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
He got the
the
Brazilian chest lift type
chest
shit.
lift. Yeah, Brazilian gut lift.
Real
You know
rap
what I
got the
mean?
fake abs. Come on, man. You used to be a fighter. You couldn't just work for the abs. That shit crazy. It
You
show how
know,
lazy you done got.
real.
That shit crazy, Oscar.
I mean, at least could have took some clenbuterol. Shoot, like goddamn Canelo. Like he don't know how to cut weight. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? He a boxer. Goddamn, you don't know how to cut weight.
No, for sure. That's so I'm like, damn, niggas getting sculpted up. I thought that was for other guys, but hey, shortcuts for everybody.
Yeah, not a real athlete. That's crazy.
What you feel like Wilder should do? You think he should retire?
Man, I want him to fight Usyk. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I really do. I do. For real. Like, look what Usyk is doing right now. Who the fuck is Rico? Come
Yeah,
on, man.
Rico Verhoeven. You could tell he ain't from nowhere near nowhere near around here.
You feel me? I'm talking, it's bro. If Wilder wouldn't have fought Chisora and he would have been fighting Rico, people would have been, man, calling that a crime, bro. You know it. Like, nobody would have approved of that. Like, who the fuck is Wilder fighting? He's fighting a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody went crazy, bro. And right
I
now, when
ain't
he would
even I ain't even mad he fighting him. I just don't like that the WBC title on the line. What's the point in that? Let
exactly.
him have his exhibition. AJ had an exhibition
Hmm.
against
Thank you.
Ngannou and shit, but why is it a title on the line? Do I
That's
feel
real.
like Bull gonna win the title? Absolutely not. So in the grand scheme of things, do it matter? No. But it's all about the principle.
It is, because then that add to his title defenses. You know, later on down the road, when we looking at history, history gonna
Hmm.
say he had 18 total defense. You know, like some crazy shit. But they're not gonna tell you about Rico and them. Real.
Real rap. You gonna need people to really live through it to give you the context. Motherfuckers gonna check back on box track like, damn, how this nigga with one fight get a shot at the title?
Yep.
That's some that's some movie shit. That's that Damien that's that Damien and Creed shit. Your first fucking fight for a world title and shit. Like nigga, that shit
Man,
don't happen.
bro, that's some Jake Paul shit. Let's be honest.
Not even. He ain't fight for a world title yet. That's literally some shit right out of movie. That's some shit out
Yeah,
of Creed.
that's real. That's real. Ridiculous. And people like, of course, we know Usyk is the best heavyweight right now, but people will be acting like he top 5 all time, bro. And when that's ridiculous,
That's just recency bias. And you know, a
you
lot
know.
of these motherfuckers that be in these spaces, they really became fans of boxing during the pandemic. These niggas been
Thank you.
watching boxing 4 or 5 years tops,
Yep.
like tops, and they only was watching it because they was in the crib and that shit just came
Yep.
on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
They don't know shit about shit. So when they talking with a a
Yeah.
very,
Limited
very,
scope. Limited.
yeah, very limited scope, very limited.
Yeah.
They don't know shit.
Because I'd be like, bro,
So
the guy only got 23 fights, man, and we gonna crown him like an all-time top 5, top 10, whatever. Like, it's crazy
Bull
because
got
in
like 8 fights at heavyweight and only fought
that's
like
it.
four niggas.
Yeah, thank you. I just been to say 4 people like 2 times, 3 times a piece. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you ain't fought. He fought everybody. No, but somehow he's been allowed to fight the belt holders. You know, other than that, nah, he ain't fought everybody.
Yeah, he don't fought a couple guys twice and he fought one guy once. Like he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't fighting everybody. He can beat
Hell no.
them, clearly. But
Yep.
other than that, no. I'm saying Daniel Dubois quit. The first time people felt like he should have lost to Daniel Dubois. Second time Daniel Dubois quit. You know what I'm saying? AJ mentally wasn't. He cooked AJ mentally. After the
Mm-hmm.
second fight, he started chirping. This nigga, he was on the taking the mic and shit, wanting to talk. He was flipping the fuck out.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying, if Fury, I feel like if Fury would have stopped playing with him in the early rounds of the first fight, he could have won. I feel like that one was closer to the second. I feel like that was closer than the second one.
I already knew his stamina was gonna get Fury just because this guy don't give nobody a break in the ring. Like Usyk don't give nobody a chance to rest. You're not gonna get 30 seconds to rest, not in the ring with him. Man, that guy is intelligent. Like that's when he turned it up. You're like, oh, you think you gonna, you know, try to recuperate, get some power because you know punched out. As soon as you punch out, he on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
No, I fuck with Usyk. They said who did Usyk not fight? You know what I'm saying?
Who did he fight?
Nah, he fought the top motherfuckers. It's just he fought them
I
multiple
mean,
times.
you know, Dubois is such a questionable fighter. You know, it's like, ain't he the gatekeeper? Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like that guy's like a gatekeeper of heavyweight.
Kinda. I never thought he was that good.
Yeah. You know, and I feel like he won that first one against Usyk because that was not an illegal blow. You know, but it's just it is what it is. He had 10 minutes to recover. That was crazy. I was like, it's over. I already know you're gonna give a guy with the most stamina in boxing or in the heavyweight division, you're gonna give him a break and let him recuperate. It's over.
How you feel about the young and Moses Atama
I feel like he'll beat Usyk ass. Me
right
personally.
now?
Hell yeah. That kid only need one punch. So of course he's slightly less skilled than Usyk, you know. Like they both got the same athleticism. Usyk just has a better IQ, but
Mm-hmm.
the kid has athleticism. Even though he's big, he's stepping in, stepping out, moving, and like he just really looked good as far as his movement, and then his power is through the roof. Like we saw that last knockout, he didn't even try to knock the man out, bro.
Nah, real shit.
He just hanging
He let
out,
it
man.
come to him. He
He
let the
just let it
knockouts
come,
come to
man.
him.
Yeah, he's like, really, he wanted to go longer, and he like, damn, I knocked him out. Oops. You know,
Basically.
that guy is a threat. So how can Usyk? Well, we seen him against AJ. You know, he did it against AJ, but I don't know if you can do that against Atama. That's playing right into his hands. You got to beat him on the outside,
He
and I
said,
don't.
has Moses gone 10 rounds yet? No, he ain't went 10 rounds yet.
He ain't win 6 rounds. He knocking you out.
Yeah, you ain't making it.
Heck
I like
no.
Moses.
Like I want to see Bacoli get in there. If he flatline Bacoli, take one or two of Bacoli's, or take a couple rounds of Bacoli punches and knock Bacoli into Kingdom Come, then everybody can shut up about, oh, can he take a punch? Man, Bacoli can
No, yeah,
take a
he
punch.
stopped Bacoli. He stopped
Yeah,
Bacoli.
yeah, he'll stop. That's what I'm saying.
He stopped Bacoli. I saw the success FA Jogba had against Bacoli.
Yeah,
If
I think they
if
did that. I think that was a friendship thing too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
You
don't know,
know,
quite
like that
possibly.
was a battle for Africa and all this bullshit. You know, like they was taking pictures
I know
with
Turkey
each other
love
kids.
Bacoli.
Yeah, because he
Turkey
took that
love
ass whooping
Bacoli.
for him. It looked like
Yeah,
it,
he flew in there on a day's notice to take that rumble for him.
and it looked fake, man. Like when I be looking at the replay of that, how he got hit across the top of the head, and he stood up wobbly wobbly, and I'm like, man, these guys, man.
He said he took a dive.
Yeah, they took it down. I feel like even your boy Subriel Matias, it's like he damn near put his jaw sideways, like, hey, hit me. I'm talking about the way he was just so out of position, just sitting there waiting and waiting. And then the
Dalton
guy
just cooked his
Dalton
ass.
finally hit it. Like,
No,
man,
Dalton cooked his ass.
anybody at 140 will beat Dalton, bro. Anybody.
No, bro, Dalton is better than people think. I was telling niggas, I'm like the only person that said Dalton was going to beat Super Matias. I swear I'm the only person I heard say that Dalton is better than people give him credit for. Yeah,
Man, Muay will come up to 140 right now with
I mean maybe
Edwin De Los
we had to see
Santos.
it.
Edwin De Los Santos right now a whooping.
I hear
Got
you.
that, got that
I
neck.
hear you. Somebody gotta do it though. I fuck with Dalton. Yeah,
I feel you though.
some guys that's over there from the UK can only look good at a certain level. Like they look good against domestic level guys, but when they come over here, it kind of even out. I think Dalton Smith is somebody that got the skills to translate. And we ain't really get to see a large sample size of that because he was going against Super Matias, and that's somebody you just got to bang out against him to beat him. You ain't gonna really do much boxing against him, but I feel like Dalton Smith got the skills that you know what I'm saying it'll translate over here.
Pollo is going to whoop his ass.
Puello, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
gonna get a
yeah,
fight.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, that definitely, yeah. Puello might get him. I ain't gonna lie. But I like Puello. I like his boxing skills. He's very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very talented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, use every inch
It's
of the ring.
hmm They said Torres said he want to smoke with Moses. Perhaps it's a cloud chase, but Jared never acknowledges Moses. Yeah. Talking about Jared, big baby Anderson, he not going to. Now he signed
Hell
over there
no.
with Queensberry. You know what I'm saying? Maybe potentially that'll be something they'll work up to. You know what I'm saying? Bill it as, the top young UK heavyweight versus the top American heavyweight
I
and shit
want
like
somebody.
that.
I want somebody to knock out the other big baby, Jarrell Miller.
He got a fight coming up.
I want Moses Atama to knock him out. Not that wig off his head.
Yeah. I always wanted to see him versus the other big baby.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Battle for the
promotion for
name.
that shit sell itself. Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
promotion for that sell itself.
but that guy is the
Yeah.
worst fighter I think I ever seen. Big baby, Jarrell
Big
Miller.
baby Miller.
I swear, bro. It's like he's just like a big
Y-
fat kid that just can't really throw good punches and just smothering somebody. Think he could kick anybody's ass. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he training out here again.
Oh yeah,
He yeah, he came back to Bozy. He looked good under Bozy when he fought Andy Ruiz. So I
that
think it's a
fight
good thing he came
sucked.
back.
Boy, that fight sucked.
Yeah, but for him, he looked better. He looked better. So I'm glad he
Yeah,
back.
his conditioning was good.
Yeah, they said Andy Cruz back out here. Jack Catterall should be back soon too. Cause Jack got a fight coming up. So Bozy gym about to be crowded.
And Andy
And
Cruz,
Jim
man,
and Boots
they
preparing
tried
for
him.
a fight.
They tried him with the Muay Thai fight. Like that guy did everything he could do to win. Like
Yeah.
so what? He don't have power. The guy was out pointing his opponent. He was fucking his face up. He just couldn't stop him.
I
He
feel
couldn't
like
make him
Andy got
respect him.
outworked. I feel like Andy got outworked. Moritai was letting his hands go. Even when that shit wasn't landing, you know what I'm saying? Anytime the fight got stale, he would just start letting his hands go, especially when Andy back touched the rope. He just started shoe shining and shit. He knew it ain't had to land. It just had to look good for the judges.
Yeah,
And that's what Andy
that
didn't
make a
do.
lot
He
of sense.
didn't do enough work. He didn't get out skilled. He got outworked. But
I agree. No,
YSM said Andy came back husky. He said we gotta see him now. He's swole now.
oh, he want to hurt somebody. Yeah, because people telling him, man, you didn't have the power to stop. To make Muay Thai respect you. And I'm telling you, man, like he really was doing everything any boxer should do. Okay, the guy running up on you. If you ain't the type to just stand there and stand on your punches and try to break his face or your hand, then you got to box and move around and make sure you scoring and you avoiding his real power. And that's what he was doing. Like Cruz was, man, at the end of the fight, he didn't even look like he had a fight.
Right.
Muay Thai looked like he was in the back of the alley with two cats jumped on him or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
He,
had the raccoon eyes and shit.
yeah. So I understand it wasn't enough power to make the guy respect him, but obviously he was doing his thing. He was doing it, and the judges just they didn't respect it.
No, yeah, they did, but they respect the activity. and it was in Mortai backyard. They was out Vegas. You know, they train
Oh,
out there, so
oh, that
you
makes sense
know.
too. Cause he got
And that's
nah,
what Ballsy was trying to tell him.
he definitely had more dog. He had the more dog in the fight, but I felt like just the more finesse was obviously Cruz. You
Yeah,
know,
but you know the crazy thing about that fight, I heard a lot of people saying, why he ain't moved more. He stood there for more time and shit like that. I'm like, you know the crazy part is when Andy was fighting like that, his first couple fights and moving around and picking his shots and using his angles, people was like, oh, that's an amateur style. Why would he use that? He need to get more of a pro style. Bosey got him catching and shooting, and that's what him saying led to more time being able to get off a lot of his work. Then I heard people criticizing that. I'm like, man, when he was moving around, y'all was bitching about it. Then he's standing there catching the shooter, which is more of a pro style, the shit y'all asked for, and he lose the fight. Now y'all making it seem like he should have did the shit that y'all said he should have stopped doing. I'm like, this why motherfuckers can't make nobody happy.
yeah, they never satisfied.
You mean?
Like, put it like this: anytime somebody hate on let's say Shakur or Haney style, but in the same breath they'll hate on Tank style, it don't make no sense. You feel me? Like, okay, you don't you don't like them because they don't have no power. Look
Right.
at mommy. Like they don't like them. Oh, they don't have power. Like nobody wants to see that style and all that or whatever. But then people don't even support somebody who has the opposite style. You feel me?
Exactly.
It's like they just hate everybody. Honestly, they just hate us.
They just looking for something to criticize. That's and everybody wants to sound smart. Everybody want their opinion and mean something. So sometimes people just be talking just because they can. Half of them don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. Most of them don't even know what they be talking about. That's just
Exactly.
how that shit go.
Man, I'm definitely I really just subscribed to you today, man. I don't know why I ain't been found you, but I like your channel, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
definitely be
man.
tapping
You
in
done
with
been
you.
up here on the panel before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of this channel though?
ETC boxing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I be seeing your stories and everything. Or not your story, your posts, like community posts.
Yeah. Appreciate
Yeah.
you
I've been following you for
subscribing.
a while. You right. Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely tap back in, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Shit,
it.
I'm about to shut this joint down. It's 2:17 in the morning.
Yeah, it
About
is.
to
Yeah,
shut it
East
down.
Coast.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bet.
But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's been another edition of Empty the Clip where we shoot straight from the hip and talk nothing but that real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that other good shit. Until next time, I'm out.